security is paramount. It's the number one thing that people are concerned about when they're thinking about doing IoT, and so we really design our products, with security in mind, and we take a multi-layer approach to security. We really take if you think about it, we really kind of look at it at the device layer. What do we need to be doing with the actual device itself, to secure that device? Then we look at the network layer. What do we need to be doing, while data is in transit? Then we look at the application layer. And what's unique also for AT&T is that we have these networks that go all over the world, and we can actually see a lot of the bad actors and threats happening, before it might even be being realized, on the other end. So our ability to bring threat detection and to potentially either to alert you of a threat we're seeing, or to even take action based upon the threat we're seeing, or protect other similarly situated customers. We've got a whole threat portfolio that we're bringing to bear. And on top of that, we've even introduced an IoT security consultancy practice where we will bring out security experts to look at the solution that you're looking to deploy, and make sure that we've pressure tested it and end to end to understand how do we make sure that when you do make that deployment, it is as secure as possible. And it's always going to be a continuous challenge to stay in front of it, but we're investing very, very heavily in a full suite of IoT security solutions to really make sure we stay at the forefront. I would say, candidly, it's coming up, with much greater frequency and much earlier in the conversations than ever before. I mean, when we've done some research, and it really is the number one thing. If you polled CIOs about, what's their number one concern, it is security, and so it typically is. It's at the forefront of the conversations. I think that. But it's been accelerated in the level of importance just because of all the stories that have been out there about things that have happened, and so I think it really is something that I would say I feel like today. It is something that every one of these guys that's looking to do one of these solutions now is saying, all right, we need to be talking about security as part of this whole thing we're doing. So and if not, we'll bring it up. If they're not bringing it up, we'll bring it up, because we want to make sure that, because we actually believe we're differentiating on some of the solutions we're offering around security. And we do struggle, sometimes about understanding, there's a certain level of security you just expect, right? And then you say, okay, now what are those other elements that you might be able to charge incrementally for, because you're providing incremental layers of capability. But I'd say that at the end of the day, we've got to make sure that we've got a completely robust, secure solution. And I think we're looked to add on additional capability sets to say, if you want us to actually manage those types of services, or provide incremental insights, then those are things we can, bring incrementally to the table. But it also depends upon, the security posture that company has. Do they have resources, to actually do these things, in-house, or are these things that they would like to completely outsource? And we'll play the full spectrum, and that's what we really kind of, tell customers is, let's talk through the whole security, setup, and then you let us know, would you like us to take and manage the entire thing, or just to give you the insights directly and have you manage it.